Hello, all of my sleepy 64 bears. I apologize. My name's Chronic. Welcome back to episode 4 of Super Mario 64 100%. This episode, we're actually going to clean up the snowy snowland, and then we're going to take a trip to Diodaya Docks. And we're not going to get, we're going to get as many things from Diodaya Docks as we can possible. And then we're also going to go over to Boo's Graveyard for a little bit, just to take a little trip there. But last episode, I started the snowy land, whatever it's called, and there's two that I couldn't find, so I had to do a little bit of work on. I need a good head on my shoulders. Do you know of anybody in need of a good body? Please, I'll follow if you do. Just ignore that quick little jump cut there because I messed up the first time. What you have to do is you have to actually go down this entire area. Yes, I know, it's annoying, and if you haven't practiced this at all, then you're probably going to be really bad and really slow, and you're going to get hit by the snowball. But basically, the snowball will indeed follow you, and as long as you stand right in front of the snowman, it'll only do a little bit of damage to you, and then it'll be all happy. Mario, if you can punch the snowman.
Perfect, what a great new body. Here, this is a present for you. It's sure to warm you up.
And it's a star. Now, I did have difficulty because I couldn't figure out how to do that part there, as well as there's another part that I wasn't aware how to do, so I had to look that one up as well. I try to be fully honest with all y'all. Listen. Again, Mario 64, vague and generic, unhappy medium. Wall kicks will work. This does not do a good job of telling you where it is at all. So if you just hear wall kicks will work, you might be thinking of wall kicking a wall, and that's it. Not a whole lot to go off of on that. So I feel pretty justified in looking this one up. I do want to, I guess, apologize. I know that sounds like a half-butt apology, but I recorded the first 3 episodes of Super Mario 64 back to back, so I was not that thrilled about starting this, but now that I've gotten some time under it, and now that I've played a little bit, and now that it's been more than 5 minutes since the previous recording, I definitely feel in a lot better of a mood. As well, I went shopping today, and we managed to fit everything in the budget, which was fantastic, even the stuff that we didn't need but wanted. So, just all in all, completely great day, completely great way to start this session. So I was very happy about all of that. What we have to do is we have to go, the easiest way, I should say, is to talk to the Bomb-Bomb here. The Bomb-Bomb will tell us that they will prepare the cannon for us. That is a cannon. Ready for blast off? Come hop into the cannon. Now, you could wait for the bridge platform to come back down, or you can long jump, go into the wind, and then land into the snow, in order for you to go and land right into the cannon. Which is what I prefer to do. I prefer to not take as many chances as possible. I'll take chances if I've done it before, but if I haven't, then I'll just do my own thing, you know? You want to aim a little high, because if you aim directly at the tree or below, you're gonna miss it, die, and have to redo it. Be careful with these flower heads. Is that a slur? I don't think it is, but it might be in like 5 years. I don't know. I think the enemy is actually just called a flower head. I could be wrong. You're going to jump on top of them, and they are going to make you shoot up into the air. So just try to avoid them as much as possible, especially on that narrow platform. You're going to long jump up here. There was a little heart here that we have not seen previously, or maybe we have, I don't know. If you take any damage at all, once you touch that heart, it will regain your health for you. So you don't have to worry too hard if you fall too many times. As long as you touch the heart, you will be quite alright. I did want to mention how I was able to go and get a few things from shopping. Like, I got a really cute Corgi knockoff Squishmallow that feels like a Squishmallow. It's called a Snackable, and it's holding a packet of ramen. And I looked at the back of the packet of ramen, and lo and behold, it had the exact, it was like photo identical. Like, everything was clear, you could read it. It had the instructions, the calories, the ingredients. I'm like, wow, I did not expect this level of quality from a knockoff Squishmallow. But it was actually really good. I found it at Target, and it was the last one too. So it was super cute. I also got some more pop sockets because I needed them. I ripped the last one off my phone. That's just kind of how I do. I'll mess with stuff for like a few months or so, and after like a year, if it becomes like slightly noticeable that it's like falling apart, I'll just rip it off or demolish it and then be like, I don't know why I did that, but I did. You know, if you don't understand me, that's okay. I don't either. We are doing the Jolly Roger Bay plunger into the ship, and I unfortunately had to look this one up because it was not at all what I remember from playing it on the DS. what you have to do is you have to go down to the eel, turn away, swim up to the surface, then turn back, and then the eel will leave? I don't know. The reason why I'm confused is because what I remember doing was you just swim down to the eel, you look him in the eye, and the eel goes, ha-da-da-da-da, and then it swims out. But I guess I had it confused. Never deny the possibility of you being wrong. It's always possible. That's just what I believe in. You can always be wrong. Even if you think you're right, there's always a small chance of you being wrong, and if you get proven wrong, try to not be upset. Be like, oh, I apologize. I didn't know. I must have had wrong information, which is quite possible. Now, it is always possible for someone else to be wrong too. Don't ever doubt that. So, believe in yourself. Also know that there's always a chance of you being wrong, as well as knowing that your sources are primary, not secondary or thirdary, or even 100th-ary, if that makes sense. I messed this up right from the start. What you have to do is you have to go right to the first treasure chest, and then you go around clockwise. I tried to do counterclockwise, but you gotta go clockwise. And if you don't know what a clock is, or what clockwise or counterclockwise is, take a circle with your hand. Oh, circle. Start with your finger at the top of a circle. Go around, starting at the right, down, all the way up. That's clockwise. The back way is counterclockwise. Some of you probably already know this. In fact, a good majority of might already know this. But in case it's someone that doesn't know it, I just wanted to give them some advice in order to help them a little bit. I was used to playing with clocks in 3rd grade, so, that's how I got it. And now everything's all digital. It's been a long time since I've seen an actual clock. Oh well. Man, if only we'll see one of those in this game. Who knows? Foreshadowing. Can the eel come out to play? Now this is the part that... it's possible I might have just blurred these two together, but this is the part where I do it exactly how I remember doing it, and it works. You just go up to the eel, you say hi to him, the eel slides out, and that's it. I was very happy because I had enough saved up in order to go and get a little eShop gift card. So I went and picked up some games that were on sale. One of them I just wanted already. I got Pikmin 1, Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney trilogy, the House of the Dead remake, and another game that I already forgot. I'm so good at that. Oh, Super Mash. So, I've played. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we did that on purpose. I'm sorry. My brain was like, what are you doing? I missed the red coins. I remember playing House of the Dead on the Xbox. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I've only done the first case like maybe 3 times. I've beaten the first case, but then I just kind of stopped. So I got it just in case a Let's Play occurs. Pikmin 1, I wanted it because it was on the wheel, as you know. Or will know tomorrow, I should say. I apologize. And Super Mosh I had on the Xbox One. Something happened on the Xbox One. I think I gave it away or something like that. But it's still a really good game, and so it's nice to see games that are typically console exclusive, but after a few years they come out to another console, one that, like a few other consoles. Like Red Dead Redemption Remake. I'm excited for that. I've never played Red Dead Redemption or any of them, but I have this thing where I don't like jumping into a game when it's the 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th in the series without playing the first one. I like to play it chronologically. There are very few exceptions to this rule, such as Zelda. Well, then again, Zelda is completely different, because instead of it being numbered, it's just, hey, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening. It's those little subtitles that help me feel at ease when I go to play a game in a series that I haven't touched before. If it's for one of the typical, like, Just Dance, if it has a year in it, like Just Dance, FIFA, anything like that, I'm just like, oh, I know exactly what I'm getting. You know, if I give it a year, this game's going to be $20 and the new ones are going to be $60, and it'll just keep repeating until the game company sneezes very hard. That's about how I bet it. With Final Fantasy, I still definitely have that, like, uncertainty to it. I would love to start Final Fantasy off of 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. I started playing 1, got like 3 hours in, and then I stopped. And then I saw that Final Fantasy VII was coming out, and I know that one's not really connected with anything. So I was excited for that one. I put a good 7 hours into that game. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that remake. I still have it on the PS4. So, who knows? Maybe that might be on the next wheel. Who knows? But I did not include that one on the upcoming wheel just because 45 episodes of Sonic Frontiers. Enough said. I wanted a game that is not that. Just a game that I've already previously completed, or a game that doesn't seem too long, that's super easy to pick up and play and be familiar with. And yeah, so maybe next time. There's always a possibility. I still have that wheel, don't worry. It's the best thing I got off Temu. If you've seen that, it's hard to imagine you not seeing the ads for Temu. The ads for Temu are just kind of everywhere on YouTube and TikTok and such, where it's like, hey, check out this really cheap thing. It is real. I can verify. Lots of the stuff are not bad quality. I don't have any codes. I'm not sponsored. I'm just letting you know, from one stranger to another, it's not bad. Give it a shot, but keep your eye on the total, because that is going to increase with more stuff that you add. Go figure. It's like shopping. This part here, because we talked to the Bomb-Bomb, the cannon will be open for every single star that we do. Just letting you know that, so you know that in advance, no matter what level you're on, or what portrait, I should say, as long as you talk to the Bomb-Bomb first in order to open the cannon will then be open for every single star that you do from then on out. I believe. There might be sometimes, like if you turn the game off and then turn it back on, then that's when it'll reset. I don't know. Don't count me on that. That's just what I think. I'm not too sure. But I saw this ad the other day, and normally ads are like really dumb, boring, you know, super cliche. But this one was really unique, and I really enjoyed it. It was for vegan chicken nuggets, I believe. And it just had this little 6-year-old guy. And he was like, today was music class. We had to go choose our own instruments, but all the good ones were already taken. So I got stuck with the triangle. I'm Triangle Boy. And that just clicked with me. I'm just like, that is my new favorite quote. I'm going to be using that as much as I possibly can. So now, whenever something bad happens, I'm just gonna sigh and say, I'm Triangle Boy. And it's just gonna make me think of that, because it was a great performance. I'm not complaining about the actor that was in it. Really great. It was fantastic. So much emotion in it. I felt it deep within my bones. And I'm just like, this kid is so upset about having to play the triangle. And I felt it. I felt it in my heart. I'm just like, this is great. I like this. This is fantastic. I need someone upset that they can't play that they are stuck playing the triangle or the tambourine, or they ran out of forks, so they have to eat pasta with a spoon. Just some small thing that doesn't really change the entire future or history of their life. Just something small like that, and that's perfect. That's my favorite. I like that. Back to the game. With these clams, I thought that they opened just periodically, but apparently they don't. You have to swim near them in order for them to open, which I don't like. I remember them opening periodically, but again, I could have just been playing the DS version. And again, that's the one that listen. It might be annoying that I keep bringing up the DS version, but you gotta realize, it's hard for a 12-year-old to lug around a monitor, okay, we're gonna go technical, a monitor, power supply, N64, Super Mario 64, as well as a controller. That doesn't fit in your pocket. The DS, that fits in your pocket, and it has Mario 64 DS on it. So yeah, that's why I have so much experience with it. But thankfully, we are almost done with collecting the red coins here. In fact, I believe we did, yeah, okay, we got the red coins. We just have to go and get the star here. Make sure to not get hit by that box. That box has a skull and crossbones on it, which typically doesn't mean a whole lot. It just means, oh, death, bleh, we're being scary, bleh, spooky, ha. But no, if you get hit by it, then you will take damage. By a box. On a ship. Missile to the face, I get that. Enemy, absolutely. A ghost, totally. A box, an inanimate box, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing, just a box. That does damage, okay. Here we are going to Boo's Graveyard. The reason why we stopped going to Diodiodox is because there's one last star there that we can't get without the metal cap, and we do not have access to that yet. So, instead, we are going to go and attack this Boo in order to go into Boo's Graveyard. I think that's what it's called. Big Boo's Haunt. I like Boo's Graveyard better. It's more dark and spooky. Come in here. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things was... unfortunately, I didn't get far in the original Pokemon game for the Game Boy. But I did beat Let's Go Eevee on the Switch, which is basically just a super updated version of Let's Go, of the red, green, blue, and yellow. When I entered Lavender Town and I heard that music, you could not wipe the smile off my face if you smacked me with a broom. I was just so happy. I was like, hee, this is the creepypasta with Pokemon that die. Oh, it's so cool. It just made me so happy. I don't know why. I think it's just many things. When something comes back and it is the exact same, if not better, than it was previously, that makes me super, super happy. Especially, and with creepypasta, if the source material acknowledges that the creepypasta exists, that's like, whoa, they know. And that's even better. The only time I can recall this is when I was watching SpongeBob growing up. And everyone heard about Squidward's Sudoku, or Scuba-side, if you will. And it's a creepypasta, you know, it's really dark and such, as most creepypastas are. But they actually, in one of the later seasons, they actually had Squidward opening a bunch of doors, and then he walked into the photo, or like the most kid-appropriate photo possible of that creepypasta. I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. Yes, I've heard and seen many videos saying that the piano scared you. Your feelings are valid if it scared you. I don't know what to say. It's kind of on a chain. It can't chase after you. If it chased after you, and if it chased you from room to room and slowly increased speed, that'd be terrifying. But no, it doesn't. It's just there in that one room to an invisible ball and chain, and it just can't do anything. Yes, so I'm over here just trying to get used to the layout of the Big Boo's Haunt. But you can walk kick up there, which is one of the few ways you can get to the second floor, especially this early on. In fact, I think that's one of two ways, potentially, I want to say. The other way is that once you get the star of the original first one, then a pathway will open up. Here you're going to see me mess up the book puzzle quite a lot, because I forgot it. Because that's the best part about Mario games. It's super simple, it's nothing difficult, but it'll make you forget quite a lot. If you kick the book and you actually bounce back, then the book won't hit you. Every time you get it wrong, a book flies out of the shelf to hit you, and it's causing Mario damage, so it's got to be one of those hardcover books. It never made sense to me why hardcover books were more expensive. I just thought it was cardboard, but I guess it might be something else? I don't know, I haven't researched it, because I try to not research things. I'm perfectly content with my little world of video games and payroll. I'm completely content with that. I don't want to know about any bad stuff that's happening. I know that there's a lot of bad stuff happening, but that's why I try to keep myself secluded. Like, I got enough going. I don't need any more. Especially stuff I can't control or fix. Like, oh no, all this environmental stuff's going on. I can't do anything. Like, yeah, people can start a petition, plant a bunch of trees, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I just can't do a whole lot. I did donate to the Plant a Million Trees thing with Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. It was either $20 or $25. It was one of the two. yeah, that if I can't do anything physically, I can at least donate to good causes, and heavily research them to make sure that they are good causes. Because I had that talk from my dad before, where it was one of those mall Santas, and it was for like a charity thing. So I donated some to them, and my dad was like, "Why'd you do that? Don't you know that they do this, this, and this?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, you need to research the stuff that you're donating to before you donate to them." I'm like, "Okay." Just one of those core memories that are just sealed inside the vault. Also, speaking of Inside Out, she only has 6 core memories. Then again, she is probably like 10 or something. But I really want to see how many core memories an adult has, because it's gotta increase. Inside Out is just such a good movie, and it's so unique. I need a sequel. Even if they call it something dumb like Outside In. Something along the lines of that. That would technically be better for Soul. Just anything to see what it's like for adults, because we only got very small snippets. So to see something big, deep, and detailed, that makes me excited. There's a lot of difficult... I forgot words. I apologize. There's a lot of difficult and different mental situations that can occur to people. So I know that it would have to be handled very delicately, or they could just act like it's not there and save that for Inside 3. I don't know. I'm trying my best here. Anyway, what we have to do is we have to go around the house and defeat as many of the ghosts as possible. You might see me going into a few rooms and defeating ghosts that I previously defeated. That's because I kind of messed this up, so don't worry about that. Now, if you think, wait a minute, I remember being able to go behind that Boo painting. Yes, you were able to, but that is only once you get the invisibility cap. Until you have that, you can't. I know, kind of lame, but, you know, it's there for a reason. To pad out the game, to give it a reason to exist, have power-ups at all. One of the few. Now, if you haven't played the DS version, this is the last time I bring it up, at least for this episode. There were different power-ups. There was specifically a flower. And depending on what character you were, the flower did different things. If you were Yoshi, you breathed fire. If you were Mario, it was the metal cap. If you were Luigi, it was the invisible cap. And if you were Wario, it was actually floating. Which was unique, to say the least. I don't know if they fully thought that one through, but whatever. Hey, why the Booze sounds like a thwomp, I'll never know, but neither here nor there. Yes, after you defeat the Big Boo Haunt, we then have to go back to the second floor in order to get the star, in which case things are going to go back to normal. I do apologize for all the jump cuts here, and I apologize for it being post-commentary instead of live commentary. I just had a situation come up where I couldn't do live commentary at that particular moment, but I was still able to get a lot of the stars done. So I hope that this kind of made up for it with the, 9 or so stars that we got this episode. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my 64 bears.